Everybody say, Jesus, son of David. Everybody say, Jesus, son of David. It sounds like what Bartimaeus says.
Right.
Another blind man going through something similar to what they're going through, finds out Jesus is walking by, and he calls out, Jesus, son of David. Can you just shout out, Jesus, son of David? Watch this. They cry out for mercy from him.
Yes,
In other words, they continually, persistently cry out, Lord, help us through this. We're blind, but we need some help. We've been asking for help from people, and people have let us down continually. Have you ever been in a place where you relied on people and they said they had you,
Right.
and you relied on them and didn't have no backup plan,
Talk for sure.
and you were waiting
Talk for sure.
and waiting and waiting and waiting, wondering when in the world were they going to get the hint that they promised to help? Ever been there before? The reason for this persistence when they're crying out to Jesus is because they knew with unshakable confidence that, watch this, because of who he is, he could heal them of the blindness. So they had to put all of their faith in who he was and in the power that he possessed. Now watch this. I'm going through something in my life, but I know who he is to me. I know that, watch this, when I was sick, he's been a healer. I know that, come on, evangelist hit it this morning. I know when I was down, he pulled me up out of it. I know who he is, and watch this, I know he has power. Because out of the stuff I've had to deal with, only somebody with power could have pulled me out of what I was in. But now watch. He asked him, watch this, Jesus asked him, do you believe that I'm able to do this for you?
Wow,
what a question.
They're coming after him. They know who he is. But the question he asks them is not, do you know who I am? Do you believe that I am able to do what you're asking?
Do you believe?
You know how many people come to church and ask God for stuff but don't believe? Come to church, praising God, but don't believe him. You know how many people come to church and worship God, but leave out of church and have a backup plan to help God out. You know how many people, y'all, come on now, come on, please take your church face off. Do you know how many people come to church and want to dance, knock over all the chairs, and then leave out of here and leave out without having no faith that what they just danced about, that they don't even believe that God can do it for them. We as the people of God have to get to a point where we move past the emotionalism of our faith and move into telling God, I know you're able and I'll stand until you do it. Somebody say, I know you're able. And say, I'll stand until you do it. I'm going to preach past the sickness in my body. The devil might as well let go of me.
Go ahead.
Say, I'm going to push. Say it again, I'm going to push. Most times is what happens. Most of us, we get to a point where we know who God is. We believe for a season.
Jesus.
We believe for a moment.
God help us.
We have temporary faith.
Preach.
We only believe, watch this, while things look like they're getting better. If it looks like it's getting better, we can dance. You good.
Yes.
You give your best seed when God is bringing you out.
Yes.
Come on, talk to me. But the question is, can you believe even when everything looks like it's going under? Where is your faith? When you're in a predicament where the enemy has had you in a chokehold.
You're preaching, Bishop.
Oh, Jesus, we're faithful right now.
I'm feeling some stuff in my body, but it ain't gonna